Hi everyone, here's just a quick video of me talking about the Nikon D600. As many of you will know, this is the new latest camera to come out from Nikon. It's kind of like a small full frame camera. So Nikon now has the D4, the D800, the D600 and the D700. Well, okay, D700 is meant to be discontinued now. But yeah, so that's their kind of four cameras that they've got now, and they span a big range of pixels. So you've got the D700, which is a 12. You've got the D600 now, which is 24. Then the D800, which is an enormous 36. And then you've got the D4, which is 16, but that's more about kind of journalism and low noise and high ISO stuff and speed. So yeah, it's come out with a new one. And the thing about the D600 is that they're saying it's our cheapest full frame HD digital SLR, and I was like, it's not cheap. It's like $2,000 at the moment, and I think whenever it comes into pounds, it's going to be £2,000 as well. I was like, that's more expensive than the D700. Okay, granted it's newer and all that stuff, and what the little bit that you miss is that it's the cheapest HD digital SLR. HD being for the high dimension, what does HD stand for? HD TV, high definition. Oh my god, totally forgot. So yeah, because it does all the video features. Now, obviously, I haven't tested this, or I'm probably not going to bother you either. But yeah, it's looking like it's going to be pretty good. Well, the thing about this is that it's a smaller body, a lighter body, but a full frame sensor and a huge number of pixels. 24, I still think, is a huge amount. Like double the amount of pixels than what I have ever needed. All my cameras are 6. Oh, actually, no, I've got the 5D Mark II, which is 21. But whenever I'm using that, I normally shoot on like medium settings. So it's usually around about the 10 megapixels in RAW and 11 megapixels in JPEG. For some reason, Canon has a different number of pixels in its medium-sized RAWs compared to its medium-sized JPEGs. Don't know why. So yeah, so this one, if you're shooting in the full frame, it's going to be 24.3 megapixels. If you're using a DX lens, which you can with Nikon, or if you're doing the DX crop inside, it's going to be around about a 10 megapixel camera. 10 megapixel camera being like a bit like less resolution than what the D300S is, so potentially a better ISO ability than that. Its frames per second has gone up compared to the D800. I think it's saying it's about 5.5. Its ISO goes from 50 to something huge, 25,000. I don't think you'd probably use 25,000. That would probably 100 to 6,400. And anything else that's actually interesting? Focal points, 39. So that's less than the D700. I'm not too impressed with that. I think that's meant to be I thought, okay, only 39 focal points. I thought they could just pull out the focus pointing stuff from any camera and put it in there. I don't know why they've kind of gone for this 39. It's got double SD card slots, so it's no CF cards, so SD all the way. And it's giving a whole bunch of video functions. So you've got the full 1080 at 30, 25 and 24. You've got 720 at 60, 50, 30 and 25. So that's your PAL and your NTSC settings. So yeah, cool. Kind of the same stuff as what Canon's had since their 5D Mark II. So, yeah, well, I suppose the 5D Mark II didn't do the 720p. Yeah, so, look, it's sounding good. I think it's great. What I'm saying is a bit of a bummer on it is that it's not as cheap as what people were hoping. Partially, that is very much due to the conversion rate. I think it's been advertised saying it's coming out in Japan at 215,000 yen, which in today's currency conversion, that's about $2,000. Now, whenever I lived in Japan about 7 years ago or so, 2,000 yen was about £1,000. No, sorry, 200,000 yen was about £1,000. So if this was coming over here, I'd be like, cool, this is a 24 megapixel HD digital SLR for £1,000. Awesome, amazing, so good. Unfortunately, with the conversion rate and the strength of the yen compared to the dollar and compared to the pound, it's not really coming out as that cheap. To the point where you could buy a D600 and a Canon 550D for about the same price, and then you've got all those video features. The other thing is the body isn't as firmly rated as its higher end cameras, but again, it's meant to be the cheaper version, so you can't really go, oh my god, it's not as hardcore as the D4. Fair enough. Shutters rated to 150,000. Again, that's more than enough for anyone. I've used my cameras a lot and I never get up to... I haven't had any which is over 80,000 photos, and that's effectively taking 100 photos every day for about 3 years. Do some maths, figure it out. But the one way I would kind of describe this is what it's almost like is like... it's like an amazing sensor. Like even the Nikon D3X is still in a magazine being sold for £5,000. And that's a 24 megapixel full frame camera. This is a 24.3 megapixel camera, full frame in a smaller body, and it's going to be less than half of the price of the D3X. Okay, so you're paying a lot more for the money, a lot more for the body and stuff like that. But yeah, it's pretty. Like, you've got to be impressed with what they've crammed into this. You may not be impressed with the price, but for me, there's something about this kind of smaller, lighter, cheaper body with an amazing sensor that puts me off. Maybe that's just kind of camera snobbery, but for me, it's kind of like putting... Here's a perfect example. It's like putting a Mercedes McLaren SLR engine into a Mercedes CLK, which is SLK, one of the smaller ones. It's an amazing engine, and in a small camera, that's awesome because it goes even faster. I saw a video of that where there's that exact thing, and it was racing against a Ferrari Enzo, and the little Mercedes SLK totally destroyed an Enzo, and the guys in the Enzo were just like, how did that just happen? Ha. So for me, it's I don't think that's a bad thing, but I don't think it's a good thing either. It's just kind of a thing. But yeah, that's how I kind of describe this. This is like a supercar engine in a nice body. You know, it's not like in a super model's body. It's just a bit of an odd one. And for me, if anybody's asking, no plan of upgrading my D700. Not interested. I'm really just not that fussed by what Nikon has done in this kind of generation at the moment. It just seems like they're just... Before in the past, it was really like, yeah, cool, Nikon is focused on, we just do low pixels or low numbers of pixels, and we focus on great ISO and low noise. And Canon were just like, screw you guys, we're here to make loads of pixels, we want loads of resolution. And it was cool, you could like, cool, differentiate the two. Now Nikon has kind of gone spat, woo! And people are now going, wait, do I get a Nikon or do I get a medium format digital SLR? Oh, or a medium format digital camera, digital back, whatever it is. And you know, it's such a, like, so many crazy things are going on in Nikon that you just kind of go, I don't know, I don't really know what their policy is at the moment. I don't really get them. So for me, I'm not going to be upgrading. I'm not really that interested in it. My Nikon D700 works absolutely fine, and I don't really need anything more from it. And especially, I don't need more pixels, because for doing weddings, more pixels means more memory cards, means more uploading, means slower editing, which means longer times in front of the computer going select, 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 delete, delete, select, delete, edit, wait for the thing to move around on the edit. You're going, oh, and this is me on a 27-inch like uber duper Mac. So nah, not really interested at the moment. Maybe we'll see what the next generation is. But for me, not going to be upgrading. But again, I think some of you may be very interested in this. And if you are getting this, please get some good lenses with it. Because if you're going up to 24 megapixels and you're going for full frame, You're going to need stuff which doesn't have massive chromatic aberration or vignetting or just like naffness around the edges, because it's going to be really, really obvious in such a high resolution camera. So yeah, if you're getting this, again, even though it's a cheap body, if you're saving the money on getting the cheaper body, spend it on getting the better lenses. That's all I would say. So there you go. Hope that helps. See you later. Bye.